Today we are going to introduce our first fractured fairy tale. It is called Cutie and the Beast. First off, we need to just quickly go over the elements of fairy tales. This is posted on the blog, the day plan, so read through it there. I'm just going to read over the main elements, the special opening and ending phrase, once upon a time, and they lived happily ever after. The hero and villain, the good and bad characters, magic, the component of royalty, the problem and a solution, and the universal lesson is the message or what you are teaching the children, difference between good and bad. So review this on the day plan page. Today, your work will be filling out this narrative structure story brainstorm sheet to the story that I'm about to read to you, Cutie and the Beast. It is our first fractured fairy tale. Take a look at how different this story is from the classic fairy tale that you know. So you have a couple of options. If you keep going with the video you're listening and watching right now, I will read to you the story. I also have it in a PDF on the day plan for you to click and read for yourself. Your task is to then read Cutie and the Beast or listen, complete this page. There is a Word version that you can download and type into. It could be done on a piece of paper, or click the form link and you can do this in a form and submit it online that way. So you are going to read Cutie and the Beast and fill out the narrative plot to demonstrate that we are still, when using fairy tales, we still have the rising action, climax, falling action, and leading to the resolution. Take note when reading and listening to Cutie and the Beast how it still resembles the classic Beauty and the Beast, but is quite different. What did they change? Cutie and the Beast. There once lived an old man who had nothing to do. It wasn't that he was a loafer, he was a clockmaker. The only trouble was that clocks hadn't been invented yet, so none of the clever little clocks that he made worked, and making clocks that don't work is really nothing to do. He was very lonely. To pass time, he would play hide and seek with himself. 3, 2, 1, he would shout. Ready or not, here I come. And he would search behind the bed, behind the dresser, behind the desk, but he could never find himself. Where could I be? He would shout, tearing at his hair. Not a very happy existence. But one day something changed all that. He was in the woods gathering nuts for the winter when he chanced to see a box that was partially hidden behind a large tree. A box, he shouted. Hooray, I will take it home and turn it into a clock that doesn't work. But as he came around the tree, his eyes widened with surprise. The box had something in it, something with arms and legs and a head. Who are you? Asked the old man. I am a baby who had been left here in the woods by my wicked stepmother, said the something. Baby? Asked the old man. How old are you? 16. So she wasn't the youngest babe in the woods, but the old man took pity on her anyway and carried her home to raise as his own daughter. And one day, exactly a year to the day after he found her in the box, the old man turned to the girl. Cutie Lou, he said. He called her Cutie Lou because she was indeed cute, you know, the medieval version of a supermodel. Cutie Lou, this is your birthday, and I'm going out to find you a gift. He set off into the wilderness and soon came to a soft wooded glade. There he found some beautiful flowers made of solid gold, or at least gold plating. Perfect, he thought, for his daughter's hair. But no sooner than he had picked one of the flowers when, with a mighty roar, a great beast suddenly jumped from a nearby thicket. "You are picking my flowers!" growled the beast, who was big and hairy and ugly, not unlike certain senators. "For that I will eat you." "But," protested the man, "I only picked one, so I'll eat you once." The old man pleaded for his life. "Listen," said the man, "I'll give you a present. How about a clock that doesn't work?" "What else you got?" asked the beast. "Nothing, just my cute little daughter." This caused the beast to stop and think, for he was lonely and unhappy as beasts go. He put his arm around the old man and gave him his best beastly smile. "Listen, terrified old man," said the beast. "Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this because I like you and I think you like me. I think we really have a bond here, you know." And then the beast said some things only the old man could hear. We'll have to find out later. Soon the old man arrived back at the house. "Do I have a surprise for you?" he told his daughter Cutie. "What is it?" she asked, breathless. "I have you to a beast," he said. With that, the girl started to head for the door, ready to climb back in the box and abandon herself in the woods again. But the old man quickly explained it wasn't as bad as it seemed. The beast, you see, didn't really think he was a beast at all. He thought he was a handsome prince who was bewitched and all needed was to be kissed by a beauty, or at the very least by a cutie. The beast had read something like that somewhere. For those of you who were curious, that's what the beast and the man were talking about in the wooded glade. Said the cutie. "If he really is a handsome prince, we could get married and live happily ever after in a castle yet, and we could send our kids to the best school, and I could drive, and I can drive the carriage pool for once a week, and..." In any case, the girl agreed and soon found herself in the forest glade where the beast had been anxiously waiting. "Well, let's get this over with," she said, and she kissed him on the furry left cheek to break the spell. "Strange," said the beast. "I don't hear bells or whistles or see fireworks or anything. How do I look?" "Horrible," said the girl. "Nothing happened. Maybe I kissed the wrong cheek." So she kissed him on the right, even furrier cheek. Still nothing. "Maybe," reasoned the girl, "you've got a different kind of spell, like amnesia or something. Perhaps a swift blow on the head." Willing to try anything, the beast agreed, and Cutie, with a large knotty oak branch in hand, got up a good wind up and wham! Tried to break the spell. This time there was a change. The beast was still a beast, only he now had a beastly headache. Cutie decided if he was ever going to change back to a prince, he needed some professional help. So she took the beast to the kingdom's wise men. He had an office downtown. The wise men led the beast through a waiting room onto a couch. The wise man took a pen and pad. "Now, how long have you been feeling that you've been a bewitched beast?" he asked. "It started when I was a little monster only 5 years old," said the beast. 7 hours and $800 later, the wise man came into the waiting room, where Cutie was flipping through the latest issue of Castle and Garden. "I wish to announce that he is cured," said the wise man. "You mean he's a handsome prince now?" asked Cutie. "No, but he thinks he is." And with that, the beast dashed out, wearing a robe, a crown, and a toothy smile. He grabbed Cutie around the waist, her his best Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers Dip. Alas, fair maiden, it is I, Prince Charming, said the Beast. Cutie rolled her eyes. She had to make one last desperate effort. Knowing that it is witches that cast these spells, she rushed the Beast off to the local witch. I've never turned any princes into beasts, honey, said the witch. I'm more the poisoned apple type. Did you see the job I did on Snow White? Never mind, said Cutie. Is there anything you can do? Well, I can give him a shot of my witch's brew, although it could keep him up all night. It's caffeinated. The Beast didn't mind. He dipped a cup into the giant boiling pot and gulped it down in one gulp. The earth began to tremble. There was a flash of blue lights and then a huge roaring explosion. But there was no change. He was still a beast and always would be. Cutie was very sad, and so, said the Beast, was he. I'm very sad, said the Beast, but thanks for all your trouble. See ya. With that, he bent down on one knee and kissed Cutie's hand. And that's when something completely unexpected happened. In a blinding flash, Cutie turned into a beast, for it was Cutie who was a bewitched one. She was a girl beast all along. And so, as is usually the case, it was a happy ending. They were married, and as far as anyone knows, they are still having a beastly happily existence to this very day.